Welcome for those who are seeing this later. I'm waiting for people to pop up here, jump in the call. I'm a bit early, so settling in. Take some deep breaths. And we're waiting for people to join. I hope you can hear me. Hi, Soul.
Hi.
Hey. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
The same with you and the others.
Hi, Harma.
Hi, Janine.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Julia's connecting too. So. Hi, Julia.
Hello.
Summer dress. It looks like holidays with you.
Feels like it.
Beautiful. Oh, Harma is in the basket. Yes. I'm curious about that. Wow. Alchemy. Golden rain. Amazing. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
You. Nice to see you too.
So, I'm not sure if everybody is joining that told me to do so, but some cannot make it today. So I think we're going to start. As usual, just welcome everybody. Today is our completion call, and it's been such a beautiful ride with all of you, and I'm so curious about what's coming up for you and what is being present. And I just want to honor all of you and the presence you were, even when it was just energetically, but I felt a lot of energy moving throughout these, it was 5 weeks, I guess. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. It was a really beautiful journey for me as well. And to start with today, I would like you to just settle in, be comfortable, take some deep breaths, and when you're ready, just closing your eyes. And I would like you to go back to that moment you saw that this course was happening, and breathe into that moment slowly and deeply. And I invite you to feel into that moment. How were you feeling? Were there any thoughts? And I invite you to go to that moment when you registered for this course. How that was feeling for you, and what anticipations you had, what feelings, what sensations in your body. And then go deeper. Go through the journey of meeting on the first call, how that was for you, setting an intention, playing with your intention, seeing what came up, feeling what was important for you in this time, for your inner safety and peace. And go through the different steps, the different calls, see yourself starting to create. See yourself emerging things and feeling what was present for you during these 5 weeks. What stands out? What comes up when you go through this whole journey again? Creating, sharing, connecting, being with yourself, contemplating, meditating, and just being present on the calls. Seeing the insights emerging from your creation and seeing what comes up for spirit action, for a simple action, to turn that insight into manifestation, to embody it, to give it a form for your transformation. And take some deep breath once again. And really arrive now in this present moment. Take some breath and just be present. Just feel the energy moving. Feel your body. And also feel the presence of everybody here, creating such a beautiful sacred container for transformation to happen. Not only for yourself, but for the collective. And now tune into the spirit action. Were you able to do it? Do you have any questions about it? What is there right now? And when you feel ready, open your eyes and take some notes about the whole journey. Take some notes what you've been experiencing or what you're experiencing right now. What thoughts come up? What feelings and sensations? How are you being in your body right now? What was your vision? And what's your vision now? And when you feel you gathered all the important information, even when it's just in your heart, you're not taking notes, start to tap your body so that it can enter your cells, the transformation, and move your body. Tap wherever it feels right so it can settle. All right. And before we start sharing, I would like to make an experiment because I don't know how this works, but I would like to hear from you if you can hear the music I'm playing right now. Just a second. Can you hear it? Yeah. And is it a more or less good quality? Yeah. Okay. Good. Good to know. All right. Welcome back, everybody. So how was this journey for you? What came up? I mean, the journey right now. What notes did you take? What's being present? Anybody want to share?
Yeah, I can share.
Yes. Hi, Soul.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's more like the whole process, really, because I signed up because I was curious. So I was led by curiosity. And since I'm part of the Soul Art certification, I love this world work. I want to have more of it and sense it. And so it was quite nice combination with my soul art work and my soul art projects, and even made me more conscious about what I really want. So my intention has actually changed during this process of 5 weeks. And it seems like the more I work on it, the deeper I want to go into self-love, because every time I try to share something out in the world, I'm afraid that people don't want to sign up because they don't like this or they don't understand this, and kind of putting myself behind, even though I know with my head I have so many resources, but I can't feel the self-worth. So so what comes up to me is that my spirit action is really to do this heart meditation, to focus inward. So I changed my my intention from unconsciously giving, taking, allowing, and receiving. I've been working with this a lot, speaking my truth, and it has changed a lot with my partner because we were almost, going away. It seems to be going closer. So there's definitely something going on there. But I want to shine a light on that. I am welcome here. So I made a new intention that I'm going to follow up as the kind of the spirit action together with the heart meditation, that I am wishing me welcome to this world, and I am desired and loved as I am. So I have started a new project, which is kind of going into the nervous system level and how I am connected with everything. Because the world, it's kind of a big nervous system, and I have to feel a part of everything. So so self-love is actually a spirit action I want to have focus on.
Amazing. Thank you. So
yeah,
such a deep journey you're going through, so many layers.
yeah,
and I really love how you adjust and then kind of change what's being present, like in regarding what's being present, like not being stuck in one focus, but just opening up and expanding to new ways of seeing. And I love that analogy with the nervous system, because it feels like very connective, like the wholeness and all the little impulses in it. It's really beautiful.
yeah. Because in a way I felt like I am just me, and some part of me know that I'm connected to something bigger.
Yeah.
So it seems like I've kind of cut the relation to the spiritual world, to the universe, and just trying to take care of everything on my own. And I see that if I'm going to receive, I have to open up for something more.
Exactly.
I think that this next journey with the next body mapping that I'm experienced with now will yeah, take it even deeper. So so I thank you for sharing us through this journey.
Yeah, thank you so much.
A lot.
Yeah.
The soul art, certification. So it's a lot to deal with, but still it's very, I feel very rich doing this. So I'm so glad you were doing this workshop now ahead of the certification.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to me. Thank you so much. So anybody, any thoughts on what Soul was sharing? I would love to really like keeping it like a family circle. Any feedbacks, or maybe you can also weave in your journey while giving feedback.
I can share something.
Yes.
While we were in that short meditation, I was just sitting and I was looking at something, and that was this. This is something that is already hanging here for a while, and this is a collage that I made years ago, and it reminded me of the word paradise, and I work at the moment a lot more with paradise. And a while ago, out of nothing, I started humming a song, and when I looked it up, like, you think that was Birds of Paradise. And another thing is, I'm doing a study at the moment about the Renaissance, and in Florence there is a gate that is called the Gates of Paradise. So there's constantly that word paradise showing up in different ways. So that's the thing that showed up for me.
Okay.
Paradise.
Beautiful. And the gate of paradise feels like gate to alchemy.
Yeah, that could be that. Yeah, that I experience every time there is a blockage or a pain or it's quite. Let me close the window because the door. Somebody is so fucking noisy outside. That is actually an entrance into paradise once you have alchemized it or know how to align it or transform it, something like that.
And what does paradise mean to you exactly? What comes up? What is your paradise?
Yeah, well, the answer I always give then is, I don't know. Maybe what comes closest thing when I think of it now is an oasis in the desert. Yeah, something like that.
And what feeling is related to that, or what sensation in your body?
Yeah, again, that's some kind of deep silence, and in that in between state of being present here and being connected in some kind of higher something, like you're in some kind of dream state, but you're also still aware that you're here. So that yeah. It's a kind of this dissociative state of mind while you still have some connection to your body or to here. That's actually the state of mind where I prefer to be in. It's like where you are when you are in deep meditation or something. You can be in trance. That is the word. This kind of trance state.
Okay. It feels like being in the bigger picture, or like in the wholeness, while also feeling like you are one part of it. It's like simultaneously.
Yeah, could be. I think we all have our own understanding of these things, but that is something that I had a couple of those experiences that you also can connect with the field, and then you are in time, and then you can go back in time, and you can in future in time, and it's like another reality.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Would you like to share something about your spirit action?
I put it in a video on what I can connect with that is it is a spot where I have been working with more. It was that kind of tree with branches. Somebody created a circle that was not mine, or that was already there. That's not so far from where I live. And I had already been, and with the gold, what I just had in that basket, I also did want some kind of stuff there too. But I just moved through it, like the idea of, well, it's more like doing it, and then later, I think it is some kind of birth, or entering something new, or I'm working with a team at the moment. Let's start the show. So it's like, coming out of the birth canal. So that was one side, and then when I got back home, then I saw another picture hanging somewhere, and then I realized that when I started soul art, it was in the end, I started soul art in 2016, but I met Laura and what she did in the end of 2015, and then she had that new icon movie with some kind of contest that you could win a free scholarship if you made an expression of your iconic essence. And what I created then was with pictures and a collage, and then putting the pictures together that you have a movie. Mm-hmm. What I realized, what I had been creating there in pictures, I was actually doing here in action. But the cool thing is that it's not a plan. It's like it falls in place after doing it. And when I connected with Dan, that was at the end of 2015. Then my money situation in my whole life had never been so worse as then. It was really horrible. It was like, well, there is a whole story with it, but and now I have in 2 weeks my first online workshop planned, and I am charging for it. So it's and it's a client that worked with me before, and it was just in an impulse sending out one email and saying a price, and he just said immediately yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, so maybe that is from dream to reality, something. Yeah.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. And there is a lot more, but I think this is enough to.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Any thoughts on this gate of paradise, or on anything else that Harma was sharing?
I can add one more thing.
Sure.
I am a bit biblical inspired, and in the beginning of the Bible, there is something with paradise, and there is a story of paradise, and then 4 rivers flow out of paradise. And when you look at the body, like you have this, and then your 2 arms, and 2 legs, like the 4 rivers. Or when you look at the heart has 4 chambers. So like from the heart in four directions.
That's
flowing out, or that's something that paradise starts from your own inner fire.
core. Yeah, your truth or whatever it is. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's very interesting. And what comes up for me is like also the rooting, the 2 legs rooting down, and the reaching out, or the being open, expanding.
Yeah.
And as well the 4 elements. So it's like radiating outwards from your core, from your essence.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Julia, would you like to share something?
Yeah, I would love. I was I was smiling when I heard Soul Story, because my final insight is also that the most important thing is the self-love. It's exactly, also I wrote it down before, in exactly the same words. And my journey was like from outside. It started with love and abundance, which I felt was missing in my world from the outside. And I went to the inside, to my grief, connected with this. Then I went once again to the outside with the anger and the setting boundaries. And now, in the end, I returned to my inside, and I wrote in the last session, I wrote down that the love and the abundance, they come from me within, and they are already here. And so I've thought a lot about my action, inspired action, it's called. And I was thinking, oh, it has to be something active, because it's an action. And I'm a very active person with 3 children at home and homeschooling and having to clean and having to work and doing online courses and doing this. And then I realized, okay, now my inspired action is doing nothing. And so for example, yesterday I was in the middle of the day, my daughter was asleep. And then I just lay down with her and took a nap for some minutes. And it felt so good. And I know I have to adjust all this stuff with my husband now. I have to put all the files together and taking care about the divorce. And I was just like, okay, I don't have to do this right now. I mean, it has to be done. I'm on it, but I can take a break. And this weekend, I will not think about it. I will just do nothing. And yeah, this is where I am now.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big insight, that spirit action can be also like just contemplating or doing nothing consciously, and just holding space for oneself. And that's self-love. It's really being mindful about how you are doing and what you need. So yeah, it's very powerful. Thank you. That's a big insight for all of us. So thanks. And I appreciate you sharing so openly, and it's really, it's such deep work you're doing. And I see you get so many insights, like also the traveling to go within you, then outwards, and again within you. And it's like this circulation, and there is so much wisdom in it, and there will be emerging so much more from that. And I'm really curious what's unfolding for you. It's really, really powerful.
Yeah. And I think the most beautiful thing for me is that I was really concerned before what's going on my outside, how I look, if I was successful or whatever, what other people think about me. And now I'm very calm and I don't care. And really, it's not it's not even difficult for me to share this because it's happening and it's sad, but I don't bother what anyone else thinks, because it's just life and everybody has struggles from time to time, and this is really this very calm feeling, and also this to that I can take care of myself even in the worst struggles. Then it's like nothing can happen to me because
that's your inner safety, that's your peace. There, right there. The knowing that you can't be actually attacked from outside when you are aligned and being with your truth. Thank you. Any sharings on that from the others, or any feedback? So
I love what you're sharing, Julia, about that doing nothing. If you've been conscious about the outer world, and then you go to the inner world and you figure out that self-love is to do nothing every now and then. So I also did the same last week. I had a week of everything. I just did what I wanted to do, and I put my creative process with my work as I'm trying to build up a business, put that aside. And what happened during the week was that I got so much energy and inspiration going deeper into the soul art process. And actually, as an inspiration, I made video presentation of what I'm going to market with my business. So came of doing nothing. So that's a great thing. So self-love can also be doing nothing. And what I also have discovered as my kind of self-love is to speak my truth, because when I didn't speak my truth because my husband didn't want to listen, I did it anyway, because if I didn't, I got sick really in my soul and in my body. So to speak my truth is actually also self-love. So it seems like you've been doing the same thing. So out of love for myself.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Yes, can I say something?
Of course.
Well, beautiful what you're all sharing, and I can resonate with most of it. But before I go on, I was a bit confused. But Soul, you are the soul with the mermaid, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't recognize you, because last time you had a hat and you were in the sunshine, and now you look so different. So I was like, oh, is this a person? But it's you. Okay, then.
I'm the mermaid.
She's the mermaid.
Yeah. So then I know. Yeah. I don't know exactly how to put in words what's happening right now in my journey, because it's happening a lot. So I feel when I start talking, I get a little bit chaotic. So I try to share as clear as possible. I can relate to the self-love and the doing nothing. That's also very important for me, to really hold myself and back and say, okay, now you just go and take the time for yourself. Well, not really for myself. I do at the moment only things for myself, but more my body, for my body to rest. And that's still a challenge for me these days, because there's so much things to do that I want to do in the garden, for example. And so my spirit action in this was to connect every morning with myself and my higher self, and just really feel in, like, what do you really need today, and what do you want to do today, and then see if I can feel that, and not really go into planning or something, but then really try to be true to that. And yeah, that feels good. And another thing I'm struggling a bit with, because I'm a lot in the joy, I enjoying a lot now what I'm doing, and but on the other hand, there I see things that are happening in our country right now, and well, in all over the world, of course, everybody feels it, but the measures that are taken right now are making me so very angry at some point. And I find it very difficult to deal with that, because I kept myself a little bit neutral all the time, and tried to stay in the good vibes, in the positive frequency. But now, for example, they want us to wear a mask in the public transport. It's obliged. And I really don't want to wear a mask. I hate it. And so now I'm really forced to do something I really do not want to do. And I'm struggling how to cope with that without getting too angry. And I don't know who to address it to, my anger in this case. So yeah, I was really upset about that 2 days ago. And because it means when I want to go somewhere, I don't have a car, I have to go over my own limits to, well, get where I want to go. And that's something I still didn't figure out how to deal with that. But so I feel like I'm a little bit in two. Like one part is really I'm enjoying, and the other part now I feel literally like the limitations we have right now, and the force that it's put on us. And yeah, I don't want to get down with that energy, but yeah, sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, I totally feel you. It's really pretty much the struggle between spirit and humanness, like the conditions we're living in right now, and the desires and longings in our hearts, and it's about finding the balance between them. And just want to share about your spirit action. That's really, really beautiful to kind of just be open and open the space for your spirit to talk to you and to let you know what is present and what is really important right now, so that you don't have too many plans and you can just adjust your daily life for whatever inspiration is coming through. So that's really powerful. And the other thing with the anger, I just want to share, anger is a feeling of claiming back your power or your space. So it's about space as well. It's like I feel invaded, or I don't feel seen, or whatever, and then anger kicks in to tell yourself that you feel like not being respected. So it's a good feeling, it's a powerful feeling, so that you can make space again. So when we express anger, it's actually a healthy thing. It's not so much about just staying in the positive vibe or being positive, because anger can be positive as well when it's directed from an impulse of self-love as well. It's just pointing to your self-love that isn't being respected, or that needs some attention. So maybe that helps a bit in your struggle of trying to keep a positive or high vibe, not to kind of push the anger away, or telling yourself anger isn't so good, or shouldn't be, or should be different. So just be with your anger and try to express it in a way that feels aligned with you.
And maybe it's not that I think I cannot feel angry, because I do, but if I get angry, it doesn't resolve the problem. It doesn't change. So it's for me, that's the feeling of power, being powerless in it. I can be angry, and of course I am, and I expressed it 2 days ago as well, but still I'm forced to do something I don't want.
Yeah, I see.
That feeling is
okay, I see it
happening now.
Yeah, I think it's just what I want to mention is anger is a good is an impulse, is giving you energy, and it points to something that wants to be changed, and then there is a second step in seeing, okay, and how can I change that situation so that it is okay for me, in a more like contemplative state of being. What is it called?
And it's also relating to my root chakra, the fire. Like the and that's also my theme in these periods, maybe my life. And I did an kind of aura reading last week as well, and there also came out that my root chakra was kind of low, so I need to activate it more. This was a kind of confirmation for me, like, okay, I really like to be more in contact with that chakra. And so maybe this is a possibility to just feel more into it.
Yes.
And
because anger is a fiery emotion. It's passion as well. And where did you put your paintings, your feet? Where are they?
They're here on my desk.
Maybe it's useful to have it on the ground and stand on them every once in a while to ground yourself, and to hear what they are communicating to you. Yeah,
because what I do is I feel my feet consciously every time, like I feel them more also, and then I really feel into my feet. But maybe it's more powerful to just go standing on it.
And ask questions. Ask your feet, how can you be with that situation? What comes up? How can you solve this problem or be with it and feel safe within yourself? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There's something about
Sure.
anger.
Yes.
There's something called healthy aggression. So because anger is a sensation you feel, and the body is doing something when you feel angry, because the muscles might tighten up, and just notice what your body is doing, and how can you express that through an action, because you could you could get the energy out by doing something physically with your body, whether it's twisting a towel, give sound to it, stamp your feet, scream. I like the one story you told, Julie, about that drunk lady screaming to whatever it was because she got it out, even if no one heard, so that you claim your power back, and you express it through your body.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so thank you all for your sharings. Is there any question? Yeah, Harma, would you like to say something? I can't hear you.
Yeah, now you can hear me.
Yes.
It was just about Gates of Paradise. I just realized this was the front side of what I've created for this journey.
Yeah.
I have been working on the back, and that's also collage, and that's
oh wow.
This. And I just realized that that is Gates of that
yes.
is connected to so this is
there's gates everywhere.
This Gates of Paradise with angels.
Oh, so beautiful.
And well, you also follow Laura. You saw that picture of her with where she on her Facebook page where she looks at an angel,
Yeah.
and I have been tidying up all my magazines, and it is so funny that then there fell out one piece of paper, and it said an angel on your shoulder.
Oh,
So that
wow.
and that was about at the same time that Laura also posted that angel picture. So that's so, and also these angel pictures on here. So that is connected to that with paradise, but
Okay.
it's something still emotion, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So it will still be in motion for everybody. I mean, it's just the beginning of of a transformational phase, and I'm really curious what's unfolding from there for everyone. And I love how universe is communicating with all of you. So with all these clues and alignments, and yeah, there is a lot going on. And I wonder if there are any questions now before we kind of complete this course that are very pressing for now, or something that you feel is missing and needs to be voiced. Or any insecurities or doubts. Because what I'm going to do, I will wrap this course up. I will still be present in the Facebook group if there is something coming up later. But I just want you to let you know about the self-care, self-love, and doing nothing. I'm doing the same. So I won't be available next week because I'm going to do a detox. So I'm detoxing on a physical level and on a social media level, like giving space to my emotions, to whatever wants to come through. And I won't really be in contact with humans. Well, when it's needed, of course, but not as much as normal. And I won't be on Facebook for 1 week. So just for you to let you know. But I will be available after that, of course, again. So if there are any questions or whatever is showing up, please just let me know. That's very important. And another thing, I would really love to get some feedback of you, but I will send out the link. It's just I think it's 3 questions. If you would like to give feedback on the course, I would really appreciate that. And as I mentioned last time, I would love to go on this journey with all of you. I sent you the information about it. You can still have a look at it. It's going to be a course for 4 weeks with a lot of different bonuses as well, and some one-on-one sessions as well. Just reach out if you want to have more information on that. It's going to be 400 Swiss francs, which is 397 euro. Yeah, I think that's about it. Do you have any questions now? Or any?
Well, not a question, but just a huge thank you for offering this. And to me personally, you are an amazing space holder with just offering the structure and yeah, with holding the space, and yeah.
Thank you.
And real deep, and also in connection with your card deck. I also use your card deck in my own journeys a lot. Yeah.
Thank you for this feedback.
Truly appreciated it. And now you have your alchemy flying card. I will see when that will arrive in post and how that will go. So yeah, I just love like this co-creation with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
I would also like to thank you a lot, Janine, for this course. It's been a beautiful process. And actually, I see now the importance of being just a few people. I'm going to have a coming free workshop on Wednesday with the soul art, and there are 25 people signed up.
Amazing.
2 hours workshop, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this?
Wow.
That's going to be really simple, but it's a free one. So I've been learning a lot from this, what you've been doing, but this is so properly done, what you've done to send all the emails and everything. It's so beautiful and professionally done. So thank you a lot for letting me be a part of this. And you are a great space holder for sure, because I've been feeling confident and connected to every one of you. So, and thank you all for sharing your stories. It's really, really amazing to see what changes there has been just in a few weeks. So, and I'm curious about this flying carpet project that you're doing. So what are your thoughts behind that? What are you going to use it for? Because
well, just a couple of words to that. I've had a download a couple of weeks ago, and it was very clear what I had to do. And it's about creating a big piece of canvas, which is the carpet of alchemy, with the rainbow colors. And the idea is, as we are shifting so much in these times, and there's so much changing, to stay focused on your own vision for a better world or a different world, and to create and build a new reality for every one of us, whatever is important for every single person. So I'll cut this huge big piece of canvas into 55 or 54 pieces, and we'll send them out into the world to 54 artists, and they can put their own vision on it and write on it and have just paint on it, whatever is important, and send it back to me, and I will put it back together in the bigger picture of a huge piece of a new vision for our world, with all the unique contributions of alchemy. So, and it's going to be on different places in the world afterwards. I want to hang it up somewhere. So that's yeah.
Wow.
So for the ones who are interested, you are all very welcome to be part of it. Yeah.
That's amazing. What an idea. What a big dream to put into action.
Yeah. And it's going to be a flying carpet of alchemy. That's why. Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
that sounds really great.
Yeah.
Really curious.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm about the website is soon ready, and I'll invite you to have a look there, and then you'll see the process and everything, how it's unfolding.
Wow. You must be using quite some time doing all these things.
Yes, but I'm so inspired, it's just flowing. And that's why I decided to really rest for 1 week, and because otherwise it's too much for my system. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I also want to thank you very much, Janine. You made this possible for us, and I find it so beautiful how you connect your art with the inner journey, and just bring it out to other people so they can also experience that. And I can agree, you're a great space holder, and very connected and present. So I'm very grateful that I could be part of this, and so thank you.
Thank you.
Actually,
I'm glad you were part of this too.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
And
of course, everyone, it was nice to it was a bit new for me in this way, of course, probably for a lot of people, but it's nice what Soul said, with a little group, you have more time for each other, and it was very inspiring. So I take a lot with me.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I give a feedback too?
Of course.
Yeah, it's going to be quite personal because we know each other for, I don't know, 20 years, I think. And I mean, the course was really, it was such an amazing journey with all of you. But I think for me, the most beautiful thing is seeing you like this, because I remember when I visited you and you started to draw. I don't know if you remember it. I mean, it was years ago, and you started to paint. And I remember the moment when you started to create the card deck, and I could be part of it. And this was so much fun to to think about what comes up, looking at this picture. And now to see you like this, it makes me so happy, because it feels like you have arrived in doing what you are supposed to do. And this inspiration, it really, yes, well, I have to, I think I have to cry as well. It's so inspirational. Oh, it is so inspirational to see that. And really, you are such a great person. I love it. And you have to go on with this, because you have to give this to the world and to other people.
Thank you. You're making me cry.
Oh,
Thank you so, so much.
I also have tears in my eyes now. Thank you.
I want to really I just say thank you to all of you. You are just amazing. There are no words to that. And for all your sharings and your deep connection. This means a lot to me, and it's so, so powerful for the world, not only for me, for you, and for everybody who is in your field. So thank you so, so, so much. And I really want to use this energy, or be with that energy, to draw a last card. And what I'm going to do afterwards, I will play a song that really touched my heart. It's from an amazing artist, a pianist, a friend of mine who's living nearby. And I will play the song and turning off my video. And I'm not gonna say anything anymore. So just listen as long as you like. It's going to be 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Clear? And after that, I will just turn out, and I will go from Zoom. So I'll just be there for a couple of seconds, and then I'll close Zoom. So you can contemplate on whatever is present for you, maybe on what's changed throughout this whole journey, and what's being present and important for you for your next steps. So I'm going to draw a card, and then I'll play the song. Just a second. So it's alchemy of awe. Awe is experiencing the truth, and that's what it was all about in this course. Going back to your truth and experiencing it, finding your inner safety and your peace. So thank you once again, and I will play the song now.